If you're struggling to make a change in your life and change in your routine, you're not alone. So many people are dealing with this. And you have to realize that it is up to you to actually make the decision to make the change. You can say you're going to do it, but if you don't do it, if you don't take those first steps, nothing is going to get better. You're going to have to do something. You got to realize that it's up to you to create a better life for yourself. It's so tough because there are so many people that tell us to do this and that, or we're distracted at all times. But that's not what it's about. It's not about what they think. It's about what you think. And you can't let it get in your head just because you had a bad day. And I'm not saying to just let up on the gas. Don't let up on the gas. Keep on pushing. And even if you're having a tired day, a day where you're just feeling fatigued, exhausted, or you can't think straight and you get caught back in like a relapse or whatever you want to call it, just the comfort zone, remember that it's all right. You don't have to beat yourself up. You have to realize that you feel a way for a certain reason, and you have to sit down and figure out why are you feeling this way, and you have to actually combat it. And don't struggle. Don't be in struggle. You don't want to be in survival mode. You don't want to be in struggle mode. You want to actually just take a step back, observe the situation, analyze it, figure out, okay, where am I going wrong? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Why am I mentally letting myself fall back? Because we're very powerful. We have this crazy spiritual ability to change our lives. And a lot of people don't even know yet. They don't even know how much potential they have because they haven't even let themselves be uncomfortable. They haven't broke the cycle, the vicious cycle that they know they shouldn't be in. Think about the times where you were your most disciplined, where you just were locked in, you were focused, if you've ever had this time. And put yourself back in those shoes. Put yourself back in that mindset. Remember why you did it. Remember that you have to have a why behind it all. And spiritually, sometimes it can be a challenge because it feels like there's all this pressure to do something a certain way, or that everybody else's beliefs have to be the same as yours. Like, you can think your own thoughts. You can be in your own space and be all right with it. Just because you're tired, just because you're fatigued doesn't mean that you're done for. It doesn't mean that it's over. It's never over till it's over, until your soul's out of the body. And in the dream world, I guess it's not over because you're out having a good time. But in this matrix reality, that's when it's over. It's when you're no longer in your mind, your body, your thoughts, and just so worried about that. Because this is just the vehicle. Our spirit has infinite energy, infinite potential. And I guess this vessel has infinite potential as well. But it doesn't have an infinite lifetime. It doesn't have an infinite lifespan. So you got to really take advantage and realize that this time is short. So you got to actually make the change that you know you can make. It's simple as starting to just do it. But why? Why are these weird limiting programs in our mind? Why? I don't even understand it. I seriously don't, because I know I have this potential. I know I have this ability to do some big things, but it's just operating way below my level of operating, if that makes sense. Now, there are things that we do that cause harm to our bodies and distract us, and that's okay. Sometimes you'll have to be on that path, but then you have to be on the path where you're just walking through the desert. You're walking through wherever, where there's nobody, there's nothing, and you're on that path for however long you need to be on that path for. And sometimes you're going to have to take a wrong turn. You might get lost, but being lost helps you put in those reps. It helps you actually put more mileage, more time into the journey, so you can actually course correct for good and make that big change. It's simple. It's very simple, because, everybody has a different mind, a different body, a different way of thinking, a different everything. We all have a different set of everything, but we're all so connected, but we just don't even realize how spiritual we are, how important it is to just be, and realize that everybody's going to create something differently. Everybody's going to have a different purpose. Everybody's going to do something differently. And we have to realize that if we want it bad, if we actually want to achieve something, we're going to have to go at it differently than anybody else has ever gone at it before. That is the way. That is the only way. And we We all have these abilities to do something special. Don't ever knock yourself down just because you don't have the same ability somebody else has, because that's just you comparing somebody else to yourself. It's not supposed to be that way. You have to know that you are yourself. You are a unique being. You are somebody who is very talented at something, and somebody doesn't have the same abilities as you do. And I just remember being in school, growing up, not really being much of a student, because I didn't understand that learning was actually very fun. And I just usually saw the bullshit in everything. And I guess that was one of my superpowers, just see the bullshit and how everything just really didn't make sense. But all the other students, like, they had these very special powers. They were able to present good speeches and not really worry about it. They were able to do quick arithmetics or just do the math right. They were able to write papers better or just organize things better. And, you know, it sounds like comparison, but it's like everybody has their own powers. Mine was, you just realize that this shit, it was just bullshit. Now, I was able to read. I was able to write really well. And math would come every now and then if I practice. But that's really all it comes down to, is practice with anything in any realm. But some people just have the innate ability to be quick with it. Me, I didn't have that. But it's just changed because I have a different mindset. And I think mindset is everything. Mind is all. When you're going out through the forest, when you're out on your own, when you're stuck in the house, it's all mindset. Wherever you're at in this life, it's a mindset. When you're in traffic, when you're at a party, when you're at something, it's mindset. It's the way you think. It's about your awareness. And I think we're supposed to have people on this earth that are, I hate the word NPC just because, you know, it vilifies other people who exist on this planet. But yeah, just NPCs. Like, we got to have the NPCs. We got to have the people who don't understand that this is a spiritual realm. This is a world where the possibilities are infinite. You know, it's not eternal life here, but it's definitely something we get to experience and enjoy. Like, you see that sun peeking through, like, freaking wild. I was looking at the moon last night. I'm like, damn, we really have this moon. We really have this sun. We really have other beings all around us that are giving us life. It's crazy. It's super crazy. I know this video is not like full of energy or anything. Like, I know I just said I was just a little lower energy today, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm still delivering. I'm still doing what I have to do, even if it's not on the best level, if it's not even to the best of my abilities. It's still me going after it. It's still me getting those reps, those tired reps in, because there'll be days where I'm even more tired than this. But since I came out here and I did this, I'll be able to push through that next level of fatigue, that next level of tiredness. But I don't get tired. I only allow myself to get comfortable and relax and do things of that nature. It's beautiful out here, man. It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful walk through this forest, through this park, and just being alone and just giving what I have to give today. That's what it's about. I have to create content every single day because that is something that I've actually found more passion than I've ever found in anything, in any realm recently. So I have to keep on going with it because I know it'll pay off. It's not about the money or anything, but it's about the community. It's about building an audience. But I know I will have to be monetized for the services or the entertainment or whatever you want to call it, the knowledge that I'm giving people. And I know it's going to pay off. I know it's going to help me, and it's going to allow me to be able to help other people on a massive scale. And so I haven't had as much heart and drive as I should have, or as I should. And it's been tough. I'd love to just portray myself as somebody who's all-knowing and I have the answers to becoming wealthy and I'm already rich and this and that, which I am because I have this life and I have the knowledge to know that I can do it. But it's like, I got to have something different. I got to continue to build on this. I have to continue to become a better version of myself. And that's just not who I am right now. And that's okay. I'm not the best version of myself. And I have to realize that I'll never be, because there's always levels to this. But it's been the yo-yo effect where it's like, oh, it's going back and forth. I can't be doing it. I have to stay focused. I have to realize that the people in my life, the distractions in my life, the things that come and go are all part of the purpose. It's all part of the bigger plan. And there's choices we have to make as humans. There are decisions we have to make, and we have to make the right decisions. We have to make the right choices. We have to do the right things on the daily, because nobody else is going to be able to make those decisions for us unless we're just conforming to every single thing in our life. I'm not that kind of person. I realize that I'm a sovereign being. I can control my life. I have the ability to govern my own life, my own thoughts, and the things that I choose to do on the daily. And I have to make the right choices. I have to do the right things, because in order to fulfill your purpose, you have to make the right decisions. You have to do the right things for yourself, even if it requires you hurting other people. And it'll be from a place of love if you're a real one. You don't hurt people out of a place of hate. You do it out of love, and sometimes we're gonna have to do that. But man, I hate that I'm not able to give you guys crazy energy, but I got to give you the authenticity. And if you're in the same place as me, remember that we're all in it together. We're all trying to get better. And you have somebody if you need the help. You have somebody if you want to work together. There's nothing wrong with getting help. There's nothing wrong with that, with reaching out to people. Some people, they will gatekeep things. Some people, they won't tell you how everything's going. They won't really want to support your journey. And then others will. Other people are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to be there for you. And I'm going to be that person for you guys. If you need anything, if you're ever going through anything, just hit me up. Especially now. Hit me up while it's pretty much little to nothing to have some help, or to just have somebody to talk to. Because eventually it's going to cost you. Because I know where I'm at. I know where I need to be. And I'm getting better every single day in every way. Sometimes it feels like when you're tired, or when you've done the wrong things, or you haven't done the things that you wanted to do, you're not good enough. But remember, you're good enough regardless. You're good enough. Tell yourself that. You just got to get better. You have to do the things that improve your life and your circumstances. But enough of me yipping and yapping. I know it's been a little more toned down today, but you guys can't always have the woo 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 me. So yeah. All right. We out of here. Peace.